Welcome everybody to another Big Brain Puzzles. I am MBW, the Megabit Warrior, and today we are playing Big Brain Puzzles. We're doing another Fog of War one by Eric Batter. And sorry, my voice, I did wrestle the day before, and so my voice is a little bit hoarse. Because again, I was just screaming a lot, so I lost my voice. But hopefully you can hear through my thickness and my and we're gonna have a good time tonight. So we're gonna be playing this puzzle called Counting Foggy Whispers. Let me go through the rule set. I'm gonna show you the puzzle really quick. So normal Sudoku rules apply. So what that means, if you never played Sudoku, hopefully you have. You should play some Sudoku if you haven't. But the digits 1 through 9 in a column, row, or a grid, separated by these bold lines right here, have to contain the digits 1 through 10, or sorry, 1 through 9, and they cannot repeat. So a 1 can't be in the same box as this, like these two can't be 1, because then that would break it. And same thing with the column and row. So that's the Sudoku. So the special ones are digits within a cage must must total to the sum in the upper left-hand corner. So if you notice right here, the uppermost left page is going to have a number associated with it. That number means the sum of these digits have to equal 20. Some of these digits equal 11, and so forth. So German whispers are also here, and on German whispers, which is with the green lines right here, must have a difference of at least 5. So if this was 1, for example, then this could be a 6, 7, 8, or 9, because it's at least 5 away from 1. There's also dynamic fog. That the way that Fog of War works is basically when you set a correct digit, some of the fog, and the fog is these gray tiles right here, there may be rule sets under them. There may be numbers under these. We don't know because there's fog on this right here. And so if you get a correct digit, it may reveal some more fog somewhere. And then that's kind of like what these kind of puzzles are. Because I really like the Fog of War puzzles. So that's the reason why I try to play a lot of these, because it's kind of like an adventure game. It's like it's so cool to like when it starts revealing itself and stuff like that. So we're gonna have a lot of fun with this this puzzle. and again, sorry that my voice is like it's so bad. So I apologize. But again, we're going to have a lot of fun. So let's go ahead and start playing this. But again, if you want to play, in the link in the description, we have a link to the puzzle, and you can play along. You can pause this video, or you could just, get your morning coffee, do the puzzle, have a lot of fun. Because again, these setters make fantastic puzzles, and I'm excited to do this one. So let's go ahead and put the timer on the clock, and let's go. Why is the timer not on? Oh. Well, the timer's not working. The timer used to work. Technical difficulties. Either way, doesn't matter anymore. All right, let's just pretend the timer's going. It would be right above me. Anyways, what do I want to do first? First I want to get a drink of water. So I think where I want to start is maybe the middle portion right here, because it has a lot of things to know. Like this has to equal 15. That has to equal 15. Which in a row, since it's the digits 1 through 9 and they cannot repeat, the sum of 1 plus 2 plus 3 all the way to plus 9 is 45. So since we have 15 and 15 here, that's 30. So we have 15 in these three tiles as well. I don't know if that's going to help us because it doesn't really have, you know, these breakaway parts. So I'm not exactly sure. I don't think it's relevant right now, but it might be relevant later. So let's keep that in mind. What we also know about German whispers is that it has a difference of at least 5. So if this is, let's just say a number, which of course it's a number, but if this is a number that is like low, so say for example, if it's 1, 2, 3, or 4, the difference between 5 brings it to a high number, which is 6, 7, 8, or 9. And then the difference between 5 to that is low numbers. So in other words, if this is a high number, 6, 7, 8, 9, this is going to be a low number, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's never going to equal 5 because 5 difference is 0 or 10, which is not part of the Sudoku numbers. So 5 is never going to be in these lines right here. So I guess just to say that, there's always going to be, the 5 is going to be in here in this this box. But what I wanted to say was that this basically goes back and forth between a high number and a low number. We don't know which is gonna be the high number or low number, but let's like mark it to kind of say like it's just gonna go back and forth like this. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And we also don't know here either. I don't think I like gray. Why did I pick gray? Let's just do that for right now. Okay. That didn't really help me. uh since this one is 15, this one is 11. That means this is 26 altogether, right? 15 plus 11. Since we know that 45 has to be in the box, 45 minus 26 is 19. I'm just going to put that like, put this in here like that, just to say that this is a 19. I don't want to keep that in there. I'm going to remove that, that pencil mark in a little bit. I just wanted to show you so that you have like a reference to it for right now while I'm talking about this. So the rest of this is equal to 21. No, I lie. 26. That doesn't help at all. Um, You know, since 5 has to go here, if this was a 4, that would have to be a 9, right? Hmm. I don't want to like say it this way, but like I'm trying to do this where like it makes more sense, but like what I'm trying to say is I don't know why I put 3. I meant to put 2. What I'm trying to say is 9 can go here, but 9 can only go on like this spot right here. 9 definitely can't be in here because then it, only way that you can get 11 is like 9 plus 1 plus 1 again, and which you can't do. So, but if a 9 is right here, that means that this one would also have to be high. And even if it's 9 plus the lowest high number is 6, that would be 15 already, and we still have this one to go through. So in other words, 9 has to go somewhere up in these 4 boxes. It does work to have the 4 in here. So yeah, so it does work. Hmm. I didn't know I was gonna get stuck like right away on this puzzle. So maybe it's not the middle that I need to worry about. You know what? I'm wondering. Maybe we have to use these like both together. So hear me out. If these are low, can these also be low? Low. No. Because you can only have 4 low numbers, right? 1, 2, 3, and 4. Same thing with the highs. 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 4 that you can use in here. So if the low numbers are in here, can these also be the low numbers? No. They would have to be the high numbers. Because if not, then you have 5 of these. So in other words, this has to be the orange. And these have to be the yellow. Because we don't know which way it's going to go. Like if it's like low, high, blah, blah, blah. So that means I'll just highlight the green to be like 5. But the yellow goes in here. Guess that's good enough. Um, so if the orange is high, the digits that would have to be here, like 6, 7 works because like 6, 7 would be 13, and then this would be 2. But an 8 could also work. Yeah, because if it's an 8, like 8 plus 6 would be 14, and then this would be 1. Hmm. And again, this has to be 19. Since this is 20, these have to equal 25. We know that there's a 5 in there. The rest of them are going to be 20. I don't know if that helps us. Man, I'm already getting stumped. Let me go back here. Let's just say the yellow are high. If the yellow is high, let's just say like this is the minimum is like 6, right? So if the minimum is 6, these would have to be 5. I mean, so this can never be a 9. Starting to get tired all of a sudden too. Um, This is riveting, by the way. Okay. Let me talk through what I'm trying to do. I was trying to like think about it in my head, and I'm like it's because it's not making sense to me. Um, like where I would go logically to do this, but if this was high, both of these would have to be low. Yeah, if both. So if these are both low, hmm. Wait, this has to be 19. Why am I not seeing this? These are high, which means these are low. Means there would have to be a low number here. You know what? A 5 can still go in here. Dang it. Never mind. Like, not if it's high, but like if this was low, then a 5 can go in here. Mm. Bleh. No bueno. 20 in the middle box again makes the 25 in the rest of them. We know that there's a 5 there, so that's 20 for the other 4 as well. You know, these ends 4 and 6, like I'm just gonna kind of show you here. So like 4 and 6, right? If this is 4, the ones next to it have to be have to be at least a difference between 5, right? So that means a 9 has to be with it. But if this is a 4, the 9 can't be in both places. So that means it can never be on one of these lines. The only thing is, it doesn't say that it doesn't need to repeat. Usually on German Whispers, they say don't repeat numbers, but it doesn't say necessarily here. It just says that they have to be at least 5. The reason why I'm saying that is because, like, if this was 4, for example, hypothetically, this can be a 9 and this can be a 9. Hmm. Ah, I am not seeing it. Like, again, 4 can go here, but it could probably go here because, again, it doesn't say it can't repeat. Right? Let me just look at the. Yeah, nothing says over here that it cannot repeat. Uh, where? Oh, where? Did I just pick like the hardest puzzle? Like I'm like I am not seeing or figuring out what is needed here. So like this is interesting. Okay, I have something. One of these has to have 6 in it. The reason why it has to have a 6 in it is one of these is a low or high number. If it is a low, I mean, if it is a high number, if 6 is not in there, then it would have to be 7 plus 8, which is already 15. So it needs to be 6 and a 7. Or a 6 and an 8. Yeah. So the 6 does have to go somewhere here. Again, I still don't know if like if this is a 6, we can do 2 1s right here. Just not sure because usually again it's specific on the on the puzzle rules. You know what? If 6 it has to be on one of these, I think I was just hyper focused on like how can I prove like that these can't duplicate, but let's just ignore that for right now. Either way, if 6 is somewhere on this right here, that means 1 has to go somewhere here. Because 5 away from 6 is 1, so that's the only digit that it can be. So since we know that 6 has to be on here, this middle one is gonna be a 1. Can we do the same thing with 4s? Like if this is 4s, like if one of these are 4, interesting is since the 1 has to be near it, 6 plus 1 is 7. Meaning the next one has to be 8 in order to get 15. God, I've been looking at this for like 34 minutes. This is like not entertaining. I'm so sorry, guys. I thought there was going to be like some sort of progression on this, and there's like nothing that I'm getting from this. I just can't see the logic for some reason. Like, it has to be something with these 6s, right? 6s, we put the 1 here. But like, I can't quite seem to figure out if like I put the 4s here. Like if I put the 4 here, like does it have to go here or can it go here? Wait. It's all based on the 9, right? Like if this is 9, or what I'm trying to say is if 4 was on one of these, if it was, that means the only one next to it on a German whisper would have to be a 4. 9 plus 4 is 13. So it'd be a 2 on it. You know what? Maybe that's what it is. Maybe because the 9 is there and the 4 would go right here. That would make it 13 to have the 2. And it would have to be on one of these ones that happens with. I don't think that this is going to be. But anyways, yeah, so 4. Yeah, because like, okay. If 4 was here, that means 9 couldn't go here. So that means this would be 5, 4, and a 9. Yeah, let's go with that logic. So if 9 could not be here, let's just say it's not here, 9 would have to go here. Since we know that this has to equal 15, 9 plus 5 is 14, so then there would have to be a 1 here. But if that's the case, if that's what we do to put the 9 in there, that means where does the 4 go? No matter where we put it here, it still has to be next to a 9. Meaning the 9s are always going to be here. Which means that 4 has to go somewhere here. And also the 6s, right? Obviously, there's more to it than that because obviously we have like we can't have like 4, 4, 6s. So okay, so again, if 9 has to be accompanied by 4, and there would have to be a 2. This is a 4, and that was a 9. That would have to be a 2. Trying to do that same logic. Like if it was a 1, like, so 1 and 6 would be 7, making the other one 8. Okay, since that is a quadruple, leave it as that. So that means this is a 3, 5, and a 7. This is not 5. These are kind of in the midsection. So like 5 away from 7 is 1, 2. Like a 1 or a 2. Same thing, 5 away from 3 is 8, 9. Like, this is still not like really presentable right there. Um, hmm. If this one was high, it would have to be a 9. Never mind, that logic doesn't work because it goes to another grid. Okay, never mind. Oh my god. Okay, I at least have like a whole bunch of numbers like in here. I just don't have like any, like, am I missing something in the rules? I'm like looking back at the rules really quick, like I'm not understanding this. Yeah, there's still nothing saying. Yeah, no. If this is 20, uh, so if this is low, or sorry, 20, these two would have to have. So what's interesting here is if this is an 8, 9, like, because like if this is a high, it goes high, low, high. So this would be our 8, 9 pair up here. Hmm. This is 8, 9. That means the low numbers would have to go down here. Or one of them, but one of them must go low here. You know what? If this is 8, 9, that would make this 9. And then these 6, 8. So this one would have to be a 7. Because again, if this is high, yeah, these are high. That would be 9. So then the other two high numbers that this could be possible to be is a 6, 8. So in this grid, and since I said the 9s have to be up here, this would have to be a 7. So the only way to get a 7 for 11 right here is a 1, 2 pair right here. So 1, 2, 7. Oh, wait. Sorry. 1, 3, 7. Sorry about that. So that would be like a 1, 3, 7. Can I get to 19 from here without the 8 and 9? 7, 6, 5? 11, 18. Oh, maybe this is what it is. Actually, this is it. Oh my god. I think we finally found it. We finally found it. So I had said that this is 15, this is 11, altogether is 26. So this has to equal 19. So if this is a high number, 8 and 9, the highest that this can go, because we already used the 8 and 9, is 7 plus 6 plus 5. But that's only 18. And that's lower than 19. So this can never be high numbers. In other words, these are our low numbers. So if this is a 1, 2 over here, this has to be our 1 right here. There we go. All right, let's go ahead and get rid of some of the other ones. So this is going to get rid of our high numbers here. So this is going to be low, which is going to be a 1 or a 3. And this one's going to be a 6, 7, 8, or 9. It's definitely not a 6 because there's not a 1 near it. So 7, 8, 9. So if this is low, this is high. That works. Okay. And then this can't be low, so that's going to be that. Okay. So we got 3 numbers, which is great. I think now I'm going to be a little bit more awake because I can actually see it and I can believe it now. So since we don't have the 1, 2 here, we do have the 1, 2. We have the 3 here. The lowest number that this can be is a 4. 4, 6, 8, 9. Can I figure out what these are based on that? So the lowest that this can be is a 7 plus 8, which is 15. Plus 1 is 16. So this would have to be a 4. In other words, again, I did the lowest, which is 8, 16 to get 20. 4 is like the only number that it can be, so this is a 4. Which means that this has to be the lowest. Eight, 12, 20. Nothing got revealed yet, so I'm kind of scared that I'm messing things up, but it's looking good so far. So we can get rid of these pencil marks. Okay. I guess I know what these are. Okay, this is our 9 and 6, right? Yeah, 6. Nice. Okay, 1, 1. So 1 has to go down here. This is 1, and that's a 3. That's 4. So then 7 would have to go here. But we don't know if that does anything. Because there's a lot of possibilities, in other words. Let's see. If this is 8, that means we know that 8 has to be up here. This is 4. 4 is right there, so 4 has to go up here. 1, 2, 2. I was like on a roll, and I'm not seeing. This is 3. Minus 11 would be 8. 2 and 4 are not here anymore. So it could be like a 3, 5. Wait. I already have a 3 here. So that wouldn't work. Let me see. 3. So 3 plus. Blah. Yeah, 3 plus 1. Yeah, so 1 plus 3 plus 7 is 11. Actually, I need to still do up here. This has to be 19 up here, right? If I put a 7 here, lowest that this can be, because I have a 9 right here, is 8, 6, let's just say 5. It's 11. Oh, that matches. That works, actually. Can I say that this is not a 6? 6 plus 3. Three. This is 3. Takes it down to 8. I know that there has to be a 1 in here, so it takes it down to 7, so it'd be a 7. If it's a 1, it just needs to equal 10. Which it can't be a 4, 6. Can't be a 8, 2. Can't be a, yeah. Can't be a 5, 5. Just, my mind is like brain dead right now. I swear that's that's making it. Like, if this is a 1, one plus 6 is 7. Oh, that's it. That's it. Oh my god, why didn't I think of it this way? 6. Where does 6 go? If 6 goes down here, and 6 plus 1 is 7, how do you get to 11? 4. So then this would have to be 1 plus 6 plus 4. But there's a 4 seeing this right there, so that breaks that automatically. So the only solution that there can be is that it is actually this. Because again, it would have to have this, like, in other words, the 6 has to come up here, right? And then 8 plus 6 is 14, and then you have to get the 5 up here to make that. So that's how we knew that. So that just leaves all the other numbers right here. So that's perfect. All right. It's still not revealing anything, so I'm still kind of like, why isn't it revealing anything? I'm still kind of scared like I'm doing this puzzle wrong because it hasn't revealed anything. Like, how can you, like, why isn't it revealing anything? I'm so like lost on why this is not happening. Um oh wait. 5 away from that is 2. Okay, wait. It's 2. That's 4. Oh. Wait, 5 away from this. Okay, this has to be 8. This has to be 6. Oh my god. There it is. There it is. Okay. Well, we can fill in this really quick. Okay, so we're making progress. We're making progress, guys. I'm so, I'm so, I'm so sorry. Uh, okay. I feel a little bit better now. I'm getting my second win because now I'm not like stuck in like molasses. But oh my goodness. Okay. So these have to be the five somewhere right here because fives cannot be on the green German whispers. Um, we know that there can't be 9 on it either. So can okay. There's gonna be no way to find the other ones. Okay. So what's the highest number that we can get in here? An 8. What if it bounces? Let me see. 8 and 7 cannot do. 861 though does work. 861 okay. Because again, we know that we just can't have a 9. All right. So we're doing this again because we know that it catty corners, right? It goes high, low, high, or low, high, high, low, high. But if there's 2 high right here, and we have another high right here, that's 3. Meaning these can't be highs, because then we would have 5 in the row already. Yeah. Yeah, so if this is high, we have 3 of them here. Hmm. Okay. If these are too high, I'm trying to think like, because this could be a 5 and this could be low. We know that there has to be at least 1 high in here. Like if these are low, okay, now I'm still kind of, because again, if the top, I know, So what I'm trying to figure out is, does that top part portion right there, like, does it say anything with the one that's on the bottom? And like, oh, oh, my lights are turning off. That means it's bedtime. Um, Now I'm distracted. Blah. This is low. Can these be low too? That's what I'm trying to think. Can those be low? Can they be low? The four. The four. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. The four goes with the nine. If this was, let's just say the nine was, sorry, the nine doesn't go anywhere in here. Wait, so that can't be four. Wait, we can't have four in here. Wait, there could be a nine here. So nine, four. Oh, no, no, no. Even though it's equal to 15, these have to be, so this would be the 4, 9, 2. Well, that might still work. So the 4 and 2 would be taken here. Let me just mark this really quick. So, like, the 4, 2 would be taken here. This would be 9. So that means the rest of these. Yeah, because this would be 7. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. The only way for this to work. Yeah, because, okay, okay. these at least can't be. Okay, what I'm trying to say, but I'm just trying to figure out how if this is solid down here. Anyways, let me just speak what I was going to say up here. So up here, we can't have this be the 1, 3. Because then that would be equal to 4 plus 8 does not equal 15. And that's the highest it can go because the 9 is there. So if we do the 8 in the middle, these two would need to equal 7. So like 4, 3 could work. But we're saying that the 4 and the 2 are over here. So the 4 is already taken. So what I'm trying to figure out is like, does this have to be a 249 triple? Like, can I just put like a 1 or 2 down there? Like 1, 3. Wait, if it's a 1, 3, that would be over. Never mind. Yeah, again, these can't be high. So these can't be 1, 3. Can't be high. You know, it works with 4 because, again, 4 and then plus 5 because of the German whispers, 9. And then this comes back to equal 2 so that this equals 15. So this works. However, if these were high, like if it was like a 6, 7, yeah, so like if this is like high numbers, like 6, 7, two seeing that, so it can't be 6, 7, but um, has to be right. I'm going through like logically, like just like again, 9 is taken. Maybe I just need a pencil market. So if this is 8 and 6, because again, it can't be 6, 7. So let's just say that this is like the highest I can go. This would be 1. These two wouldn't be able to be high because the 9's here. So this would have to be low. I think we all agree that oh, like if this is 6-8, let's try it again. Okay. This is a 6-8. That means these two would have to be low. It can't be the 4. So if it was the 4, it'd have to be accompanied by the 9. So 9 is right here. So the 4 would have to be here. Okay. I think I logically maybe pieced it together now. Okay. So if this is a 6-8, this would have to be the 4 because the 4 can't come up here because it would have to be accompanied by the 9. So 6, 7, 8. Oh, I'm sorry, 6, 8, 4 right here. That would equal the 5. But here, you would have to have low numbers. Again, 4 is taken. So 3 and 2 is the highest possibility of that. But that's only 5. That equals 5. 2 plus 3, right? You can't have 10 in here. Thus, this can never be a 6-8. And that's the only... Because you can't have the 7. Again, can't have 7-8 because of the 15. And you can't have a 6-7 because the 2 is seeing that. So, this can never be a 6-8. So, in fact, it actually is the 2-4 pair. And this is 9. Actually, we can put that there. This is 9. Hopefully I was right about that. I don't know. But this is always 2-4. Which again, we're not going to be able to do this. So get rid of that. These are going to be high. So actually, let me label these. Since this can't be the 1-3, this is going to be our high numbers. So put them right there. And then this is either going to be a 1 or a 3. Now, if it's a 3, what combination would equal 12 here? Nothing. So this is a 1. Okay. Now what combination here can we do that's equal to 1? That would be 15. I think it's only a 6 plus 8 plus 1. 7 plus 6 is 13. 7 plus 8 is 15. So yeah, no 7. Okay. Since we have that, we have the 5. There we go. Getting more clues. Thank God. This would have to have a 9 in it. Just want to see how much this equals really quick. 13 plus 9. Actually, that works. Okay. Okay. 9 plus 8, 17, 5. I'm just putting that in there really quick. Can't do 4. Like this would be the combination on here. Okay. Breathe slowly. Breathe slowly. So 15. If these were all low numbers, even just starting with a 5, let's just say it's like 5, 4, 3. 5 plus 4 is 9, plus 3 is only 12. In other words, all I'm trying to say is this has to be like a high number. I mean, it has to have a high number in it. Okay, so 1 is here. So only one of the 2 3s can be in here. Because again, if we have both of them, this would have to be 10, which can't be possible. So we know that this is a 2, 3 right here. But what it does mean is if it's a 2, this would have to be a 13. Yeah, so whatever's not here is here. If it's a 2, it'd have to be 13. Let's just do it this way. If it's a 2, and then we had a 9, I'm going to clean this up in a second. Or let me just do it this way. A 2, a 9, it would have to equal 4, but there's a 4 right there, so that does not work. But if we do a 3, a 9, that's 12. Um, you'd also have to do a 3. In other words, no 9. 9 definitely has to be here then. Oh wait, that's if it's a 2. Sorry. Let me see if it works with a 3. So 9, 3. Okay, 12, 3, so that doesn't work. Okay, so what about 8? So if we have a 2, an 8, we have to have a 5. It looks like this is a possibility right here. Nine. It'd have to be 6 again. I actually think that this might be the only solution. Oh, yeah, my bad. Accidentally put the wrong one in. This may be the only solution, what I have right here. Um, I'm going through all the options, but that is the only option that we have right there. So if that's the only option, we know that this one's the 9. If there's no 8, it definitely has to have the 7 in it. So 8, 7, that's 16. So we need the 6. That's right, right? Let me see. 15 plus 7. Yeah. Ooh, okay. Well, I gave us some numbers. That's good. That's good. Ooh, check this out. This kind of goes catty quarter like it like because it's on a German whisper. It could be like a like a 1 9. I saw that, but Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Let me go back to this. So 1 plus 9, 2 plus 8, 7 plus 3, and 4 plus 6, but the 6 is right here. Okay. So those are the options for that. Yeah, of course, these are the options for the 5. Okay. Oh, and this is going further this way. Interesting. Okay. So this is 14. We know that it jumps up a little bit, so lowest it can be is probably a 6, 1, which is 7. But then that would have to be 7, 7 seeing that. So I'm going to visually put this here. So if this is a 4, that's a 9. This would have to be a 1, but the 1's seeing that. Honestly, this can only be like a few things. Let me just fill it out really quick. Because the lowest that this can be, if this is a 1, is a 6. And that's a 7. Again, 7's not here, so this does not work. But it could be like a 1, 7, for example. And now we have 8, which the 6 does work. This could be an 8, 9, 15. Ooh, this is 14. This is 20. So altogether, it's 34. So then this would have to be 11. Not exactly sure. And the tiredness is starting to hit me. This is taking way too long. I know, I'm so sorry, guys. This puzzle, like, destroyed me. I don't know, like, destroyed my confidence and everything. What? Like, why did it do that to me? I don't know. I don't understand. Just making some bookmarks or pencil marks because I'm like, yeah, this is a interesting. Oh, wait a minute. This is in the 20. So now I can kind of do something similar to this. I'm not sure. Let me see. 2, 7, 9. Let's see. 3, 8. This is 4. That would have to be 9. That can't be. Okay. Let's do that. 3 plus 8. Okay. All right. I'm going to leave it as that. I guess we could label it to go like low, high, low. Okay. So one of these are low and one of these are high. Or actually, wait. I can also say no, never mind. Just keep on going. So one of these are low, one of these are high. One of these are low, one of these are high. One of these are low, one of these are high. I bet you anything that the only reason why we're doing this whole thing maybe not, maybe not. Let's hold on that. This could go the other way, right? One, 2, 3. What I was gonna say was if this right here is a 3, if that's a 3, this would have to be a 9. Because it can't be an 8 because of that. So it'd have to be a 9. 3, 9. So that'd be 12. And so this has to be a 2, but this 2 is seeing that. So there we go. So that is indeed true right here. Like, what that means is we know that this has to be small. And on this column, we know that this is small. This is small. This is small. And this is small. So 1, 2, 3, 4. This 3, 4 is an extra one, and it can't be, right? So this has to be the 7. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if this what it's gonna be at over here. Um, but good. Okay. One of these are gonna be the 8 or 9. So I was just trying to go through in my head. I don't know why I'm doing it in my head. I'm so tired that like it's hard for me to like talk and like think at the same time for some reason. So let me talk this one through. If this was an 8, 5 away from that would be 3. I'm trying to make it like what's the highest possibility. So 8 plus 3, which is 11, meaning this would have to be a 9. So 9 plus 8, which is 17, plus 3 is 20. So that works. If it's an 8, right? If it's a 9, doing it again where I'm like tired and I like just I'm like talking and I'm like, ugh. Okay. If it's a 9, the highest possibility I can do is a 4. So it'd be 13. This would be a 7. Yeah, for sure it's not going to be a 1. Get rid of that. For sure it can't be a 2 because then the rest of it would be 18. You can't do that. So no 2. A 3. A 3 maybe, but it would have to be like 3, 8, 9. I'm like, maybe I should do some Sudoku a little bit. To guess we can label all these. 3, 4, 7. Oh my god, that actually clears this 3. Let me just make sure that logic's right. Since 2's saying that, can't go here, so yes. Same thing here, yep. Same thing here, yep. Which gets those ones. 3 sees that. That's a 1. Interesting. Maybe that's how I need to stay up. Just start singing. Ba-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da. Take a look at my girlfriend. She's the only one I got. Ba-da-da-da. Not much of a girlfriend. Never seems to get a lot. Ba-da-da-da. Okay, the Sudoku part didn't help exactly a lot, but like, it got a little bit at least. Oh, God. What's the time? Jesus. Jesus. Okay. Um. Oh. Oh. Nine plus 3 also equals 8 there. I'm not supposed to be adding numbers, I'm supposed to be getting rid of them. No good, bro. Oh, these 3 4s sees that one. So this has to be a 5 or 6. Ooh, check that out. So if this is a 5 or 6, can this ever be a 9? No, right? 5 plus 9 is already 14, so no 9. 5 plus 8 is 13, so that would be a 1. That works. But the 6 plus 7, that works. But 6 plus 8 is already 14. So 5 plus 7 plus 2. So it can never be 3, in other words. Okay. This can never be 4. Seven plus 5 is 12 plus 2 . If it's 2, this is riveting. I need to sing again. La 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 la. Like, if this is 6, that means this would have to equal 8, which is the 1, 7. So then this one would have to be 2. Yeah. If this is 6, it has to be equal 8. 1, 7. Should be 2. Should be 1. 4, 3. 4. If this is 8 or 7, I mean, if this is 7, yes, this works with the 1. It'd have to be the 2. I'm fading, man. I'm almost there. I'm almost there. Like literally, like I'm almost there. Oh, I wish I could see the timer on this thing. Um, I don't know why I'm not seeing. Oh wait, this has to be the 5. Okay, so 9 definitely has to be in here, which we knew. Nine, 9. So 9 has to go here. 9 is here. Oh, you know what? It's here. So I basically had to mention that like only the 1 and 2 can work right here. So let's just say the 1 is here. That makes this the 2. And if the 2's here, that makes this the 1. So the 2 1 is taken. This is a 3. Which means that can't be 7. That has to be the 8. So I guess if we're doing the math right here, this has to be equal to 6. So of course this can't be 6. This has to be the 5. That would have to be the 1. There we go. This 4 and 9, that equals 13. Makes that a 7 to equal 20 in all the entire thing. All right, so that was cool. At 4, got this. All right. 9. Did we get all the 9s? 9 right here. Got all the 9s. Perfect. That's not the 1. That is the 1. 4. 3, 4. And that is the 6. Yeah, 6. 6 up here. Nice. One, 2, 4. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Did not mean to put that 1 in there. All right, so if I had a 1 in here, it could still work because it could have the 7, 8 in here. Man, I am like fading. I'm almost there. Like I'm like literally almost there. So fight the urge to go to sleep. Fight it. There has to be something I'm like some sort of yeah, the 4s are saying right there. Oh, the 28s. Or the 2 and the 8s sees that. Okay, the 2 3s see that. Also sees this, so this is the 5. It's the 3. Man, I'm getting tired. Like it's hitting me. I'm like almost there, and then all of a sudden I'm like near. Like my battery's like just like done. What happened there? Wait, why do I have twos right here? Accidentally put the wrong number. Um, oh, it was the sixes. That's what it was. Okay. Just ignore the twos that are right here. They're supposed to be right here. Okay, anyways. All right, 8, 2. One, two, 7 we already have here. 14, this should be a 3. Finally have our 11. And this should be a 6. Which makes sure that that one's a 6. Okay, this is a clue showing us that this has to be the 1. And now that we have that, we can finish the puzzle. I am so sorry that that took forever. I definitely blame the fact that I should have went to sleep before playing this. The first part just got me. It like stumped me completely. This puzzle took 2 hours. No, but it stumped me completely. I it took a while for me to understand how to bring out this portion of it. Once I figured out that like, okay, these ones have to be the low numbers, it finally started progressing where we got some numbers, but I still couldn't get out. But then once I was able to finally figure out that these ones were the 1 and the 9, and so then that means that, you know, the 6s and the 4s have to be kind of by it. That was where it kind of finally opened up a little bit, and then we're able to do some like logic and stuff like that, and, you know, move past it and stuff like that. Here I got a little stuck. I just didn't see that pattern right here. But man, that was for how brain dead I was. I had to do a lot of like math, and I'm so sorry that I wasn't talking as much or anything like that. Like my brain was like shut off, and I probably fell asleep a couple times. Not gonna lie. If I watched it, like once I watch this back, I'm probably gonna see myself sleep. And you know what? I'm posting this video. I don't care. It's you guys will laugh at me at least. But hopefully you guys enjoyed the puzzle. Again, I play this Big Brain Puzzles every other Sunday on this channel. So take a look and for more videos and stuff like that. Hopefully you guys played the video, and if you did, please comment, like, do all that stuff. You know, subscribe if you want to subscribe, and if you like, press a like. Again, I should be a little bit more awake next time, so let's hope, cross fingers. But I'll see you guys next time for another Big Brain Puzzles. All right, later guys.